This is mystery box number 5, our First Aid and Preparedness Spring 2022 edition from wildmedkits.ca. So every box is going to come with this booklet that explains the contents of the box, how to use stuff, as well as some exclusive items such as our skill of the quarter. So it'll have a blog and video post to review use of some of the items inside. You'll also get an exclusive discount code. This month it is for the Fire Escape Multi-Tool Carabiner. Pretty awesome seatbelt cutter, window punch, oxygen wrench kind of tool. And then you'll have our quarterly challenge. So if you post on socials completing the challenge, you have a chance to win an item. And this month it is the first tactical flashlight valued at $50. So let's go through the items that are coming in this quarter. So here's our box here. So first thing we got is our Wilderness and Remote Medication Guide. Now this can be used in the home as well. The idea was just to have a reference for being out there and how to use over-the-counter medications so we know what we're doing. So this guide includes some kind of 6 rights of medication administration, goes over this guide only, and it goes over some common over-the-counter meds and how to use them. So you get uses, cautions, and dosing. So you get that for all these medications here. This booklet's in Write in the Rain paper, so it's actually waterproof. It has a place to do a medication inventory, so you can count, what medications you have, how much of it, expiry dates, when you've checked it last. So that goes on here. You got quite a bit. A medication log. So if you're using this to assist others with medications, you can write down what you gave, how much, to who, and when. It's got those items there. And then at the back, we've got our calling for help guide. So if you had to call an ambulance or for a rescue, this just kind of helps you summarize your items before you call. And then on the back, we have our important numbers. And these are all Canadian-based numbers for important resources you may need access to across Canada. So that's the Wilderness and Remote Medication Guide. Every kit's now going to come with this little pamphlet or a card. So this is just to tell you about the subscription box. And this is great to hand off to a friend that you think might be interested in joining our program. Then we got our patch this month is a med patch. So it's got med in reflective writing. It's hook and loop on the back. So it's a great little patch to attach to any pack, identifying it as medication or medical for patches. So here's your patch. Our sticker this month is a medication sticker. So these are vinyl waterproof stickers. This is great to stick on a box if you're keeping like a box at home for medications, to keep it secured from kids, that kind of thing. Or you want to label, a certain closet or area that has medications. This is a great little label for that. So that's our sticker of the month. Then some of our bigger first aid items. This is our high strength pressure bandage. This is actually a 6-inch. It's quite large. And this is commonly referred to as an Israeli bandage. That's a brand name that makes a similar one. There's instructions on the back here, but the really cool thing with this is it can be used to control severe external bleeding with pressure. It's got a pressure bar in it. You can actually tighten it enough to create an improvised tourniquet as well. You can use it to wrap a splint on if needed. You can also use it to wrap like an abdominal injury, a chest injury if you're not doing it as tight. You can even make a sling out of it. So it's a great multi-purpose bandage to have. It's vacuum packed, so it's going to be nice and watertight and last you a long time. Then we have a 6-inch compress bandage. So this is kind of similar to the other one, except it uses a roller gauze as opposed to an elastic gauze and a non-adherent pad. So this is really good for covering a large wound that's not bleeding a lot, but you want some coverage and sterility to it. So that's a great little one to have. And you can use that again to wrap a wound, cover up something just to keep it from getting dirty. So that's a nice big 6-inch compress bandage. Then for preparedness items, we have our signal mirror. So this is a great little signal mirror with a target. It's got instructions on the back. It has a nice paracord lanyard as well as a whistle. This is a great piece of gear to add to a wilderness kit in case you get lost, so you can help signal for help. So that's our signal mirror. You can also use it to look in your eyes to see if you had debris in it, or assess kind of your own face for wounds. Then we have our refill kit of the month. This is the dental first aid kit. This is a pretty awesome little kit. All these kits now have guides on how to use them. So you just scan this QR code and we've got videos that actually go through the skills of treating the injuries related to these kits. So this one's for management of minor dental pain and trauma when a dentist is not available. And it's got a bag to collect a busted tooth in. It's got some floss floss picks and Q-tips. These will be to help you kind of clean around the busted teeth and apply the dental wax as a like temporary filling. You've got some salt packets to create some nice saltwater rinses to keep your mouth clean. The black tea packets can actually be added to hot water and then let cool a little bit. And these actually provide really good pain relief to an exposed nerve for a tooth. And then you got some gauze 2x2s that someone can bite down on to control bleeding in the mouth. And then on the back here inside this guide, or inside this kit, it actually has a step-by-step guide on how to use the components there. And like I said, as well as a QR code that links to videos. So that's the dental first aid kit. Then we've got some thermometers. So these are Tempadot thermometers. These are single-use disposable thermometers. And these can be inserted in the mouth. You just wait a few seconds and they'll give you a temperature reading. So kind of a cool thing to add to the kit. There's 100 of these in here, so you can add them to a bunch of different kits and keep them where you need them. So that's the Tempadots. Then we have some glucose tabs. These are great for treating low blood sugar. You can keep these in a kit all together. And it's got 10 tablets in there to treat low blood sugar for anyone who's hypoglycemic, diabetic, that kind of thing in an emergency. Great little stock to have. Then another preparedness item here, we have some emergency candles. These are 2 really large candles, actually with metal bases, which is awesome. So they're not going to cause damage to the table or surface they're sitting on. They each burn for around 8 to 10 hours. So just a great little stalker for your kind of emergency preparedness kit. You can keep them in a car, keep them in your home, that kind of thing. There you go. And then we're getting down. We've just got a little pencil there to write in your guide. We've got a pen light. So this is a actual reusable pen light as opposed to the disposable ones. So you actually get your batteries included with it. It's got your pupil gauge on it. And then this little clip here, you actually press this to activate the light. So once there's batteries in it, and it's an LED light. So this is a light that's designed not to be super bright so that you can assess pupillary reaction in a patient without damaging their eye. It also makes a good little just kind of emergency flashlight to see around. So another great kind of stalker for your kit. And then our last item in here is our pouch of the month. So this is the Rescue Essentials medication module. So this pouch is great. They're cold crack resistant clear windows. So you got a nice clear window there. It's got some handles on both sides that are red for easy identification. And you can see it kind of gets a little bit larger here. It's got some hook and loop fields on the front, on the sides, and on the top. So you can label this with whatever you like in terms of any of the patches we've given out or other patches you've got. You've got a nice big red handle on the top here. Really good high quality zippers with big zipper pulls that are easy to find. Lots of room in here to stock, so you could use this to make a little medication kit, stock all your meds in there. It's got room for your medication guide inside. You can see through the window, if you put that medication guide, clearly what's in it. Again, hook and loop fields. And then on the back here, it actually has removable covers, so you could attach this whole thing to a hook and loop pack, or it has the webbing attachments in here, so you can run MOLLE attachment into any MOLLE system, or even run like a belt, through it if you had to. So it's got quite a number of options for carrying, but just a nice little organizer kit to make another small first aid kit or a medication module and organize your gear a little bit better. So this again is our 5th box in the series. So these are our quarterly mystery boxes, and they are now available at wildmedkits.ca. This one shipped for April, and our next one will ship in July.